Dan Cole has tried to engineer the start of a turnaround here in his first season leading the Spartans. And Fred, they feel they'll be a tough out down the stretch.
Well, as Ohio State found out a couple weeks back, this is a pretty good hockey club. The good power play. KHL line as good as any in the Big Ten. And John Lethleman, the sophomore goalie, gives him a chance to win every night.
Take it the other way like Stevens is doing right now.
Stevens, one of the freshmen, scores! Here's Kodorenko, wheels it back to Lewandowski, who scores! What a pass! Nice pass out in front, and Lewandowski scores his second one.
Moving in there was actually, you were starting the show and you were shooting with us, and we gave you a little tour of where we were going to live for that year, and wasn't much to it.
We had lived over behind Brody for the summer, so we had all kind of lived together, not necessarily together, but we were all in the same hallway there.
Dylan had a different roommate during the summer.
Yeah, Dylan had a foreign roommate when Carson and I were rooming together, so we had all gotten to know each other pretty well.
Played against Dylan. Growing up, he was on Bell Tire, and Ed and I actually played on the same team during a national camp. It was funny thinking back on it, and that we were on the same team and we knew each other before we really even knew each other.
Yeah, and I had played against Dylan when he was on Bell Tire, and then obviously I was on Gatter's team at national camp, so kind of had a brief idea what it was going to be like, what I was getting myself into for 4 years.
Not quite.
A little bit. Expected it to be an experience that we'll never forget, build a lot of memories, and I think we've done that and more since we've been here. So
yeah, we definitely have built quite a bit of memories over the last 4 years.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't really know like what to expect with college hockey and all that, and you know, all of us have had our ups and downs, but I think through it all we've stuck together and come out on the good side of things.
Number 14, Dylan Pavlik.
Nerve-wracking. It was something that you look forward to as a kid growing up, and once you make your selection to a certain school, that's something that you look forward to the whole time. So, I mean, it was an honor to put on the Spartan crest and go out there and play in front of the home crowd for the first time.
I remember it was really cool because coming in, like our freshman year and our sophomore year, you went out for like the national anthem and everything without your helmets on at home games. So I thought that was really cool to be flying around out there with no helmet on, just hoping not to crash into the wall.
Played here so many times now at this point where you're just kind of comfortable. You know the boards, you know everything that's going to happen with the rink, and especially when Mun's rocking and the student section's going and hopefully we're winning. It's a great feeling.
Right at the start of the game, you skate out, you get the spotlight on you. It's cool, especially when you're down here in front of the student section, because they're all pounding on the glass and chanting and everything, so that's always exciting. But there's just so much to it. It's kind of a surreal feeling.
Back to Hiroshi, high slot, holds over to the right circle, shot, goal!
The game versus Michigan here where we won 5-0, it was a big game for us, especially after losing at their place the night before, and kind of came here and made a statement that, this is a rivalry. And
we went on a nice streak there in the beginning of the year where we weren't really losing at home, and to have Michigan come in here like that and beat them the way we did and just play the way we did, I think that really kind of got the fans going. Especially when you're beating Michigan like that, everyone knows about it and everyone hears about it, so it kind of excites everyone on campus. I think my personal favorite was when we played at North Dakota last year. Being able to come out with a win and a tie, the number 6 team in the country, that was pretty cool. Especially they had a sold-out arena. So to go in there like that and upset them, definitely a high moment of my career here.
For me, I would say probably the outdoor game at Soldier Field. I think that was just a cool experience to be able to go out there and play in a different environment.
Cones all over the ice,
Yeah,
just
it was
holes
awful.
everywhere, and
It was like a construction zone.
that was guys really couldn't stick handle, couldn't do anything. The crease had just giant holes in it, so you couldn't move, and it was. But it was one of those experiences. It was really cool, and even with the ice malfunction and the game being delayed about 4.5 hours, it was still really fun. It's cool to walk around the city of Chicago.
Life on the road is awesome. We go to 5-star restaurants, steakhouses, Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, they just treat us like we're professional athletes, and it's just an amazing experience. I think the biggest thing is just letting them know that time goes by quickly here, and kind of make the most of everything that you do and appreciate what people do for you here and take advantage of the resources.
Yeah, I know when I got here, everyone said, your time goes by so fast. The 4 years goes faster than you think, and I never really believed them. Now here we are sitting here and pretty crazy. So trying to just instill that in them and let them know they need to enjoy every moment that they have here, because it does really go by fast.
You think and you look forward to the 3 years ahead, and you're like, all right, we'll do this next year. We'll be better next year, and I know that is not the right way of thinking. You gotta live in the present, and you gotta want it now. So I think we've all kind of this whole year been like, hey, don't say next year we're gonna win a championship. Next year we're gonna do this stuff. Let's set those goals for the present, and hopefully that mindset will be a mainstay here. Kind of like you touched on with what makes college so special is being with your teammates and being able to do stuff outside of the rink and being a part of something that's more than just a team. So like when football games come around and you have tailgates and all that kind of stuff, and watching the basketball team do well, just that kind of stuff, and rallying with your team around that kind of stuff is really cool and something that I'm gonna miss.
I think being around so many cool people too. You come in freshman year and you make pretty good friends with a lot of the other athletes. So even to this day, like I'm still really close with some of the football guys, some baseball guys. So moving forward, that's pretty cool, because that's something you don't really get outside of being here. I'm just gonna know so many high-profile athletes and guys that just end up being good people.
I think it's gonna be emotional, especially stepping onto that ice for the last time. Time went by so fast, and you kind of reminisce on all the memories that you made and all the good times that you had in this building and all the hard work and blood and sweat and tears you put into this place. I think it's just gonna all come together at once.
Kind of like a helpless feeling. There's not much we can do. That's the last game that we'll play here at Munn. Luckily, we'll have some practices after that, but it'll be the last time we go out and play a college hockey game here at Munn. So hopefully we all do well.
Welcome to Munn Ice Arena. Michigan State taking on number 16 Penn State. Final regular season home day. So it's senior day for the Spartans, Rob, and all kinds of emotions are flooding that locker room right now.
One of the things that you think about, you want to go out and you want to play well, but you also kind of think about how is this already here? I remember just arriving, right, in this locker room for the first time, and now I'm going out as a senior playing in my last game at Munn. It's emotional for sure.
From Marysville, Michigan, number 14, Dylan Pavlik. From Wind Gap, Pennsylvania, number 45, Ed Minnie. From South Lyon, Michigan, number 18, Carson Gatt.
And as has become the tradition, all three of them lay down at center ice and give a big smooch to the Spartan logo in the middle of the ice here at Munn Ice Arena.
Let's get us going out there, Kodo. Let's get your line going.
Hey!
Millsy and Gatter on the back. We got Ed Money in the pipes there.
Ed Money!
Trust our training out there. We know what we're going to do. Let's just go do it. Let's play like Spartans tonight, boys. Here we go.
Yep.
Edmini deflects that. Here's Milan, one-on-one. Milan, the move on Gobetz, and he didn't miss by much. Edmini, his best save of this game. And Penn State opens up the scoring. It's Chase Berger. Watch out. Stevens on a breakaway. In the corner. Scores! 20 seconds to go in the period. Sturts, the high shot. Penn State leading 2-1. Kevin Kerr from the point. Tipped in front. Looks to be Alex Limoges. You got his stick on it. And Penn State leads 3-1. Sanford trying to stop. Denied. Rosberg faking, gives to Lambden, glancing off the skate of Saliba and wide.
Lewandowski has the ability to burn you.
Lewandowski off the goalpost. Michigan State very close to narrowing this deficit to 1. 90 seconds left on the power play. Kodorenko! Top corner, Kodorenko does it again.
Taro Hirose already knew where it was going. Before he got the puck, he had Kodorenko picked out and went tape to tape, and Kodorenko did the rest.
They can flex over that #1 line, one of the most dominant lines around the country. The push is coming from Michigan State. The shooting gallery continues. See the shots this period. Domination from Michigan State. Now going for the game-tying goal. Edmini just made his 28th save. That's a season high. Saliba the steal. Sam Saliba. Sanford and Jones does it again. Desperate finish and flurry to the end. Peyton Jones stands very tall in the Penn State goal. A valiant effort by Edmini and his cohorts on senior night, but just coming up short.
Welcome to the Compton Family Ice Arena in South Bend, Indiana. Tonight, the final game of the regular season, pitting the Spartans of Michigan State against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Notre Dame, first place in the league, wrapped up 23-8-2 overall, 17-5-1-1 in conference play.
Don't give them an inch out there, right? We're hard on them all over. There's bodies, there's sticks and bucks, there's sack pressure. Then we transition and go and get right back on the other side.
Notre Dame now 19-1-2 when they score first.
Right.
If we get that first one tonight early, I think that'll be huge for Michigan State. You got to create traffic in front of a goaltender like Cal Morris. You got to make it hard for him to see that puck. That'll be a key tonight. We're going to go old school Michigan State script here to get the win at South Bend tonight.
Sanford brings it in, leaves it for Kiefer in the right circle with a shot that may have gone off the post.
I think it did, Scott. He dinged the post there. Nice quick shot.
Tip past. Here comes Jake Smith down the ice. Sanford on the right side. Smith takes the shot, and the glove save made by Morris. Notre Dame coming back into the Spartan zone. Shot and a goal for the Irish. They had three coming in and great puck movement.
Yeah.
Hit Tyson in the slot, and he shelved it.
Then the Irish are on the board first. Not a good sign for Michigan State. Long way to go, though.
Ripley, centering pass taken by Gatt. High slot shot, goal for Michigan State.
All right.
Carson Gatt right down the middle, rang it off the right post and in, and we're tied at 1-1.
I think it's going to be credited to Taro Hirose, Scott. He was right in front of that slot, and Michigan State with a huge goal here.
20 minutes down, 40 yet to play. 1-1 tie here in South Bend. The Spartans really, Rob, for the second night in a row, very good first period.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game is where it should be. It was pretty evenly matched.
But now Notre Dame has it set up in the Spartan zone. Into the slot, turning, firing. Jake Evans off of the glove of Leatherman, and it flutters into the net. Kodorenko puts a shot on goal. An acrobatic save.
I like the way Michigan State attacks right after letting that one in.
Rosberg in stride coming into the circle.
Rebound.
Drops right out in front. Shot, goal for Michigan State. On the rebound, Mitch Lewandowski, and we're tied at 2-2. Nice pass to Saliba. Saliba into the zone, into the right circle, takes the shot, rebound into slot, landed shot, goal!
No goal.
And they will call it no goal because of goalie interference. Now all of a sudden the Spartans have really grabbed control, and they've spent a lot of time in the Notre Dame end.
Good second period here for Michigan State against Notre Dame.
Let's keep at it. We keep hitting, we keep shooting, keep playing fast. Shots and rebounds, right? Went twice there, they counted one, right? We got to get 2 to count 1 in this third period. Let's get 2 to count 1. But keep battling, don't give them any inch take. Good angles, good pursuit over the top.
It's Evans into the zone, feeds it to the other side, shot off of the post, the rebound came into the slot, and for the second night in a row, Notre Dame has a shorthanded goal against the Spartans. Coming from behind, Rosberg got it back off of a missed shot, loose and in, a goal for Michigan State. The Spartans counter and retie the game at 3-3. Shot, goal for Michigan State. Rosberg right down the slot, off the glove and in. Spartans have their first lead, 4-3.
A 1-goal lead on the road. You don't mind slowing it down a little bit if that's what you have to do.
Evans comes up with it over to the far side. Shot blocked by Rosberg. Comes back up top over the near side. Save made out to center ice. The Spartans have done it. They pick up a win against number 1 in the Big Ten, Notre Dame. The final score, Michigan State 4, Notre Dame 3.
We set certain goals out at the beginning of the year, and the kind of culture we were hoping to establish, how we wanted to work off the ice, how we wanted to work on the ice, the kind of young men we wanted around the program, and the progress we wanted to make. And I think we've done a good job.
We all came in, with a new coaching staff. I think 8 or 9 new freshmen. So everyone kind of had to prove themselves. The seniors and the juniors didn't really know what to expect either, so everyone had to come in, proving themselves. It was very important to win early in the year, one, for the culture, but second, the Big Ten is so difficult. It was really important to get those early wins early on so we can kind of go into the Big Ten with a little bit of confidence.
Marenko picks it up over to Hiroshi. Yes! Goal! Oh, man! With 1:13 to go in overtime.
We definitely started off really strong. We really started getting things going, especially my line. I thought we played really well. But then, like any team has, any line has, there's going to be mid-season lulls and, rough patches.
You can lose the game, but you don't lose the lesson. And, we've tried to follow that as a staff and just, find some high points over the weekend. And the guys have made it easy in that way. I mean, they've worked, and if we have a bad game, they follow it up and they play real hard. They show up on Mondays. Their attitude's been great. We're just going to keep getting better. We're going to keep pushing, and then you get some results. And then, then you beat some top 10 teams in the country, and all of a sudden you feel like, hey, you know what? We're not that bad a hockey team, and if we do things right and we keep getting better, we've got a chance to be a good hockey team.
Yes! 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 Lewandowski off the faceoff.
I think we've learned that if we stick to our game plan, don't make any huge mistakes, that we can play with any team.
When our team's at our best, we have 24 guys all playing their role, and no one's really having a bad game. But I think the most part is the consistency. We're playing our game, we're playing hard, we're playing intense, we're playing fast for a full 60 minutes.
We're engaged and we're pushing the point of attack. That's when we're a good team. We're engaged, good things happen, and I think we play better that way.
Right circle shot, goal!
Lewandowski with the one-timer, another great.
To win the Big Ten tournament, I mean, we have to be close to perfect. Ohio State's a great team. They have great depth up front, and they have good D and a strong goaltender. And we just got to take it one game at a time, work on our special teams, make sure our power play's going, make sure our PK is strong, and I think we can take it to them.
Well, yeah, the Big Ten is the hardest league in college hockey. So, I mean, for us, it's pretty hard every weekend. But I think that all leads up to this moment, and that prepares us for these types of situations where it's really going to test our abilities, and it's do or die in this Big Ten tournament. So, through playing all these top 10, top 15 teams, it's really, I think, trained us to, not give in and be able to play that full 60 minutes at a good, consistent pace that our team's good at.
Ohio State's a heck of a hockey team, and they've been consistently in the top 5 or 6 in the country all year. A veteran team. They're good up and down the lineup, solid on defense, and their goaltenders had a real good year. So it's a good challenge. Leading up to it, I think we're building on things that we do well. We had 2 real good games down there a few weeks ago. Won 6-3 on Saturday night, and I think that proves some things to the guys on our team that, hey, when we do things right, when we attack and don't sit back, that we can play with anyone. So really for us, we're kind of focusing on ourselves, probably 90% physically and mentally, how we approach this weekend and be ready for Friday night when the puck drops.
We've definitely learned, what kind of team they are, playing them during the season in the Big Ten all 3 years, and now it's our 3rd time playing them in the postseason. So we definitely know what to expect, and just a matter of, all 24 guys coming competing for 60 minutes, and hopefully we can get the win in the best 3 series.
Thank you.